secondhand toy dealer here, and I have a small toy pickup video for you. Went out for my second toy hunt of the year. Didn't go to many places, and actually a fair amount of my small toy haul came from a Big Bad Toy Store purchase. So I've got 5 things here. I liked reading Garfield comic strips. Back in the day, you used to get newspapers. In the newspapers, there was the funny section, and I always read Garfield, liked the cartoon, and I actually, as a kid, drew a lot of Garfield drawings. So this kind of reminds me of my childhood, that nostalgia. And picked him up at Walmart for 16 bucks. And I'm going to go ahead and hang him right up here, out on display here in the collection. And then I've got a few holiday action figures. So I have been seeing these Star Wars Black Series Holiday Edition figures. This is the Protocol Droid, C-3PO basically, and he is all holiday colored up. So you got the holiday socks, they gave him a holiday scarf, and he's got a red and white and green coloring. I have seen these before, and at full price, I'm probably not somebody who's going to buy a bunch of them. But both of these figures, I got them on clearance for $7.50 each. So the next one, you've got the Scout Trooper Holiday Edition. You got him wearing like a ugly sweater kind of print over his armor. And then you've got Grogu in a bag. And this is actually a reprint of a box set here. So you've got the Scout Trooper on the Scout bike, and you got Grogu in that same bag. And you can see that it's just a reprint of that action figure set minus the bike. But I think that the Scout Trooper is actually one of my favorite Star Wars action figures, and I really like the look of this ugly sweater armor. So that was kind of a fun pickup. And I will go ahead and layer these. And if I find more at a great price like that, I can see maybe tossing another one onto that stack layered up there. And then we have the Naughty or Nice Santa action figure. And this is like the standard Santa Claus. If you look on the back of the packaging here, you can see that they have a Sergeant Santa Claus, Small Santa Claus, Cyborg Santa Claus, Pirate Santa Claus. They have Zombie Santa Clauses. It's just bunches and bunches. With this being the most standard one, I believe that it was one of the more sought after ones. And I think they only printed 1 year of them. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that it was going for $30 or $35 originally. And then that secondary market really drove the price up. And I'd seen it selling pretty commonly for between $80 and $100. And I really liked this 6 or 7 inch tall action figure. I thought it was a really fun idea, but I couldn't bring myself to spend the $80 to $100 for this figure. And you can see here that this is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive reprint of this Naughty or Nice Santa Claus action figure. So I think that is a fun display. And then finally, we've got the McFarlane Toys Movie Maniacs diorama, Alan Garner from The Hangover. And he is posing in the elevator there, leaning up against the wall. You can see that this is a spectacular sculpted figure for this diorama. There are only 13,000 copies of this release. This is a series where they have, if memory serves, they have several of the characters from Jumanji, the newer one. I think they had a character from the Goonies. They had a Sheldon wearing the Flash costume from The Big Bang Theory. So they have several different offerings from this line, and I really like this idea. I really liked The Hangover, and there aren't a bunch of collectibles that you can get from The Hangover. I'm sure that there are quite a few Funko Pops you can get, but I'm not one to collect much in the way of Funko Pops. And I do have a collectible from The Hangover. It's this Greenlight 1/18th scale limited edition Ford Crown Victoria with 3 figures. So that is a pretty rare and expensive collectible these days. And I would love to see them do more Movie Maniacs in about this sizing. This was $25 from the Big Bag Toy Store. I do have another McFarlane Toys Movie Maniacs. This is the Jaws diorama, and this is actually one of my most favorite pieces in my collection. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this was a $30 or $35 item when it was new for sale, and I saw several Toys R Us's that discounted it down to $20 and $15. Now, one in good condition can fetch up to $700 for this new in-box Jaws diorama set. So, Movie Maniacs is something that they've been doing for a long time, and I would love to see them do more. Some of the ones that I have been thinking about, like what would I want to find? I would love to find like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. I'd love to see a Jack Sparrow, Flynn from Tron. I'd like to see a Quinn from Jaws. I think you could do a bunch of them from Home Alone. You could do Marvin Harry. You could do Kevin. You could do the South Bend Shovel Slayer, the old man with the trash can full of salt and the snow shovel. You could do Walter from The Big Lebowski. That would be a really popular one. Jay and Silent Bob from that series of movies. You could do Maverick and Goose. There are so many great options for different characters you could do dioramas for in this series. And I would very much love to see them do more and more of them. So, alright, well, there is a brief close look at the small toy pickup for this week. Thanks for checking out my videos. Hopefully, we will catch you in the next one.
That was awesome! Yes! That's awesome!
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Are you gonna be a dork your whole life? Hope not.
I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly. I offer a complete and utter retraction. The imputation was totally without basis in fact and was in no way fair comment and was motivated purely by malice. And I deeply regret any distress that my comments may have caused you or your family. and I hereby undertake not to repeat any such slander at any time in the future.